Hey everybody, Thuris here with a short, about 7.5 minute World of Tanks video. I am in a Tiger 2 platoon on prohorovka. I am not a fan of this map in heavies, but at least I'm a top tier heavy. I initially got pushed there because I was typing in chat, so I didn't move right away. People just expect you to up and move right away for some odd reason, which is what it is, I guess. That initial, like, everybody trying to go places is kind of annoying. This right here was actually somewhat annoying. The Tiger 1 in front of us decides he wants to snipe on the railroad, and so he blocks the road up. But unfortunately, that cost us a little bit of time, but we were able to get around him. You'll see later in chat that he gets yelled at for sitting there. That is not a good spot for a heavy to be sitting. If anybody should be sitting there, it's probably a tank destroyer, but then they should probably also be sitting a little bit offset of the road so that everyone can get past to them. What I normally do as a heavy on this map is I normally go town, especially on encounter mode, as you'll see that this is, because there's always somebody that goes right into the gap, and so if you can get into the gap and stall it, it buys your team a little bit of time. It's not the best situation, like, I wouldn't recommend people go town on this map, but it's certainly a possibility to do that. And, like, if one person does it and he gets in a decent position, you can hold that person from capping. So in that case, it's useful. I'm obviously worried about the hill there on the backside, but as long as our team can push up and over, it should be okay. So I spotted the T-29 camper there, the guy that was in the cap circle. Unfortunately, did not hit me. Did not pen him, so he did not get reset, and he penned my side. I took a nice hit on that guy in the middle there, and then I realized, uh-oh, the T-34s are over there, and they're looking at me. They're shooting there. I can't sit here. I figure I'm probably going to take a hit trying to cross, but really my only option to get across and get into cover, which this is kind of the whole point of this game at the end, is even though I made a bunch of mistakes, and there it is, the T-29 hit me. Like, even though I made a bunch of mistakes, and I'm on super low health already, and I sit here for a while hoping, trying to get protection from everyone to make sure I don't die. So it's up to this point, this game has not been very good. Like, obviously, the people on the hill aren't up yet to assist me with the T-34s, and I'm down to like 40%, like 42 HP in a top tier heavy tank. And they should know where I am realistically. Like that guy's still looking this way. I accidentally knocked down a house, but they seem aware that I might be over here, but they never actually come and get me, which ends up working to my advantage because it allows me to keep like slapping them. And I don't have Sixth Sense, so it's possible that at this point I've not been spotted. Like, obviously they know they're being hit from over here, but at this point it's possible they've forgotten exactly where I am. And because I'm shooting through bushes, they may not see me. Which still works out to my advantage because they're not sure which way to look. Like, I'm hitting them in the side, but they're also getting hit from the hill. I missed and bounced a lot of shots in this game, especially the beginning and the late game, which potentially could have made it go even easier, and done more damage. But ultimately, it worked out in the end, which that's what's the important thing. And I still did quite a bit of damage, and like majority, almost all of this damage has come after I was a one-shot for anything on the enemy team. Like, literally, if one person had killed me, I was dead, and my gun would be out of action. And the importance of killing tanks in general, but especially the importance of killing the tanks that are on low health, that are top tiered, and have the potential for a good damage output. Now, I'm not fully upgraded, so I don't have the better gun, but in some ways that almost worked to my benefit in this game because it allowed me to keep punching little shots into them to like 200 average damage, as opposed to the big gun, which takes time to reload. At this point, the hill is clear, my team's pushing down. The only thing I have to worry about is that T-29. The WZ is not really a threat over there, as you'll see in a minute. He's about to drown himself. There we go. He drowns. So I'm basically the only threat at this point is the T-29, who's been here the whole time. And surprisingly, even though I say this is in a good position, I have to give props to that T-29 for the amount of damage he ends up doing, as you'll see in the post-game stats. Like, for being there, and especially for us knowing where he was. The same situation happened with him, happened with me, where they just kind of got ignored. Nobody was in position to take us out. Oh, I mean, ultimately my team gets into position to take him out. This was a really nice shot right here. I didn't know we could shoot through that house. But at this point, the game's pretty much in the bag. I'm still on low health, so I'm trying to play a little bit passively, of course, and all that, like, because I've done such low health for this entire game, practically. But I still want to keep my gun in the game and firing to help my team, of course, because it still has potential to do some damage. There's definitely still some potential on the field. Now, I'm trying to be careful here because I'm trying to get behind that house, but there's a T-59 down there. Luckily, we take him out with a lucky, like, rear shot, and then I take the opportunity to shoot through these bushes. Basically, I'm near the front, but I'm not quite in the front, and I'm firing through bushes so people can't see me. And then it's like the whole team doesn't know I'm here. Rather than take me out, like, I have to have been spotted, right? But rather than take me out, they just keep dying, and nobody even shoots at me. At this point, I know that we have brothers in arms as long as I can stay alive. So I'm trying super hard to stay alive, and, like, I still want damage, of course, but I don't want to die, because if I die, you lose your brothers in arms.
Penetrate their armor.
And this is unfortunately another scenario where a bunch of my shots didn't go the way they should. Missed shots, like, this could have been a kill, but it went into the dirt. Somebody else luckily gets him, of course, but, like, missed shots. But again, I'm more focused on staying alive and just getting the shots out there. And so, fortunately, that's what happens, and I end up getting the last kill, and we end up with the brothers in arms, and I did almost 2,700 damage when I had 42 health left. Like, that's what happens when I get ignored. So really, this just goes to show you the importance of getting guns out of the game. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and there will definitely be more coming in the future. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching.